Hey fairies! Today, I want to talk about forgiving people around you and yourself as well. Because it's so easy to try to force yourself to forgive everybody in your life. Just to kind of get through it and just to say that you got past it and just to get to the next chapter. But realistically, if you spend the rest of your life forgiving other people and not yourself, then you're not going to get any further. You're going to be in the exact same spot, wondering why you're not being validated by the universe. So, today, I learned that other people are not going to make me feel better about us not working out, right? So if that makes sense, then it makes sense, but I will explain further. So, I've lost so many people in my life, and I've said this so many times, and I don't just mean they didn't make it and they passed away. I mean they're dead to me, and I didn't want it to be that way. I truly did not want it to be that way, and I knew it would as soon as I started genuinely forgiving myself and looking back and seeing, okay, some people just are okay with not changing, and some people are genuinely okay with being where they are. And it's not like it's against me. It's not like it's, a weapon designed to bring my downfall. It's just that some people are okay with not changing, and some people are okay with, kind of not being okay, I guess. And sometimes that is easier, but it does get to this point in life. It should get to this point in your life where you're saying, okay, I'm not happy. And I think life starts getting a little bit easier when you can thoroughly accept within yourself, I'm not happy, and I don't have to change it right now. I can be okay with not being okay and still work towards something else. It's not like I'm here to suffer. And I've said this so many times, and I will probably say it again many times, because, as soon as you accept, okay, I'm not happy and I deserve it and I should be this way because of this and that, and because of that one person that I didn't work out with, okay, I'm going to tell you right now, there's people in your life that you're not supposed to work out with, and there's people in your life that maybe you guys hurt each other, but that doesn't mean that you have to guilt trip yourself for making mistakes. And through your life, when you confront certain people and say, okay, I didn't want it to be this way, but I guess it just is, and I'm sorry that it was. Sometimes people want you to hate yourself for, things like that. And sometimes people want you to disregard yourself and disregard your humanity and disregard your morals because maybe they're not happy, or maybe maybe they just want somebody to feel above. And that's okay. That's okay. But it's not okay to involve yourself in a life like that if you are not happy with being treated that way. Because I'm not happy being treated the way that I am. And I'm so sick of people invalidating me and making me feel small. Well, trying to make me feel small, trying to invalidate me. And I see the more that I reject it, the more it comes in. So I'm like, ugh! Because I'm out here, right? And I'm trying to, I guess relatively, obsessively trying to attract positivity into my life. And I think that's exactly what's pushing it away. So now that I'm at the point in my life where I'm rapidly, obsessively trying to push this negativity away, it's rapidly being attracted to me. That's the law of attraction, baby. And it's okay to sit with that. And it's okay to not be okay all the time. You don't have to be. You don't have to look good all the time. You don't have to be okay all the time. And I just happen to do my nails, and they're already chipping. But you don't have to do your nails all the time. Okay? You know, I get really upset about this topic because I feel so deeply that it's so easy to attract negativity without even realizing it. And I do tend to do that. And I just saw something today because sometimes I do need that tough love. And I said, your manifestations are not coming in because you are, essentially going back and forth between two different perspectives of yourself and of your life. And you're either, okay, everything sucks and everything is bad and nothing is ever going to work out, or everything is great and everything is going to work out. And it's okay to just kind of be in the middle and say, okay, things are not going to be great all the time, but I can still have myself through that. I can still have myself, and that is so important. And as I've said before, that is one of the biggest gifts that you can give to yourself. Because as soon as you have yourself, you can stop searching for that validation. And having yourself is a very long process. I'm still learning. Very much so still learning. And I'm going to be learning forever. Forever. So, I can say that I'm very proud of how far I've come. Finally. I can finally say that, genuinely. And I can say that I feel like I have made decisions that have really advanced me. And when I genuinely wasn't even being expected to make those decisions in the first place by the universe, I'm going to tell you this, very important, knows you're struggling. It can feel that energy. Just like your animals know when you're struggling. Just like your baby knows when you're struggling. If you have a baby, maybe that's significant to somebody. You see a life form struggling because of the radiation that you're putting out. It really hurts. Because you can see that struggle on yourself. And you don't want to see yourself go through that struggle. And then you see that struggle on something because you're struggling. You don't want to see, now you're both struggling. So it is really, really important to hold yourself. And I have had those wavering kind of moments where I'm just like, am I horrible? Am I just a horrible being? And then I stop myself and I'm like, okay, wait, I'm a human and I'm literally here to do the, I'm here to experience this feeling, like feeling everything. I'm here to experience feeling everything, and you gotta think, that's what life is for. It's not just to be happy all the time, because I've said, okay, we can be happy all we want. However, that doesn't mean that we're, going to appreciate it. If we have a genuine full life of happiness, are you gonna appreciate that? Baby, that's what we're here for. So go out and have a bad day. Alright? Go out and have a fucking shitty day. And then come back and show yourself that you still love yourself. That's what this is for. At the end of the day type. Yeah. So I'm out here some days and I'm like, ooh. My life sucks. And then I look around, like, sometimes you have that feeling in your heart and you're like, something is happening though. My life is hard and I feel like it's shifting so much because something is happening. Yeah. So I am really getting good at catching myself when I jump. Really getting good at it. If it wasn't obvious. And like, not in a cocky way, because I literally could fall any moment. Type stuff. And like, you really gotta keep like pushing yourself back up, catching yourself, holding yourself, loving yourself, because if you don't, it's all gone. Shit's Creek. Shit's Creek. If you're proud of yourself, if you feel a little tiny spark of being proud of yourself, hold that. Because it's gonna be hard in a hard environment. So don't hate yourself for having a hard time. Girl, start like singing. Start singing. Just start dancing. Just do some shit. That, like, it's really like, have them guessing your next move. Because if you have them guessing your next move, then they're not gonna know what hit them when you're like, it's all love over here. It's all love. So, like, they're expecting you to do one thing, and then you're just like, I love you. Like, I love everybody, and, like, everybody has a problem with it right now. Right now. And that's how you gotta talk to yourself. Right now, everybody has a problem with it. In the future, there will be people in my life that love me for that. Love me for that. So, it is. Just sit with that. And if you can hear the rain, just focus on that. Focus on that. You know you got this. So don't keep questioning yourself. And that was another thing the girl said. You know, you keep wondering if you got yourself. And you keep doing this and you keep doing that. And it's like, just be like, I know I do. Like, you're literally looking at yourself and you're being like, there's this part of me that isn't willing to accept it, but there's a part of me that is. So, like, listen to that part that is. Don't be like, nah, man, you know what, everything you say is right because you're telling me that I'm a shitty fucking person. You're right. Like, yeah, perspective, you got a point. Like, don't validate that. Be like, yeah, man, I feel you. I can really get down with that. Yeah. Just keep talking yourself up. Because okay, check it. How are you about to look for somebody that's gonna be like, girl, get it, all the time, when you don't be like, girl, get it? Think of it like that. Are you thinking of it like that? So, yeah. I do believe that is all I'm getting for now. So I do hope that y'all enjoyed that video very much. And do click that like button if you so please, but I would appreciate it. And y'all have a good one.